All right, this is assignment 7.1, professional ethics, and the client background that I'm basing my assignment on is a young 16-year-old girl with reactive attachment disorder, who was adopted at 5 years old, who and now at 16 years old has a lot of aggression toward her adopted parents. She is now wanting to live with the biological father. She has run away numerous times. She's been arrested for domestic abuse for their parents, running away, and now the ethical dilemma or the ethical concern that I have, that part of the assignment is through the client's issues with the reactive attachment disorder, which is generally brought on by trauma. Many kids that are in foster care will have that. They don't have a secure attachment, so they get aggressive to the people that they are with. They don't have anyone that they can trust and rely on. So this client in this assignment has brought up signals of potential suicide. As a therapist to the 16-year-old with the reactive attachment disorder, will say if she isn't with her biological father, she's done. She will give up. She's sick of living with her mom. Just certain signs that she's ready to give up are giving me as a therapist signs that she is reaching out that she will commit suicide. So as a therapist, I have to, it's actually kind of triggering for me, but as a therapist, I now have to act on whether she's just venting or whether she's actually crying out for help, whether she is serious about her signals. In the ethical code, here is, where did I find that? That it's my responsibility to the general requirement that the counselor keeps information confidential does not apply when disclosure is required to protect the client and identity of others, serious or foreseeable harm, or when legal requirement demand that confidentiality information must be revealed. Counselors consult with other professionals when in doubt, as the validity of the exception addition considerations apply when addressing end-of-life issue. Well, that's an end-of-life. But that is in exceptions of the ACA Code of Ethics in B.2 exceptions, that even though I have a code of ethics and privileged information, that whatever my client tells me should be privileged information, that she should be able to trust me to not have to share that information. But when it pertains to suicide, then I have to act and alert suicide hotline or treatment centers to address the suicide and how real that threat may be, and how yeah, so that I would contact either other professionals in my field for their professional opinion, and reach out to I guess suicide clinics, so she can be hospitalized for suicide watch, because that is definitely the main goal of that. Life has value, and we should protect those in that situation when teenagers, whether they're reactive attachment disorder or not, that when they are, and the threats may not be apparent, but just in their language, that we have to be, as counselors, that we have to be aware of just hidden languages of I'm tired of this, I'm done with this. I think a 16-year-old isn't going to be forthcoming to say, I'm going to kill myself. But as therapists, we need to be mindful of their, as a 16-year-old, how they would speak and how they would be reaching out, and how we need to protect those that are in that position of that think that suicide is the option, and that they need serious 24-hour watch if that is indeed the case.